Hey guys, I'm WBricks here, and today we're coming at you with another episode of Minifig Monday. And so what we're looking at today is the Brickmania Desert Storm minifig, or one of the Desert Storm minifigs that they released for their themed month of February. This is, of course, an American figure. I might have already said that, but I guess just to emphasize, this is an American figure that participated. So let's just jump right into it. If I can bring him a little bit closer so you can see the camouflage, that would be ideal. So what you can see here is he has that Vietnam era woodland camouflage on the front of his body, along with some pouches in kind of that olive green or OD green kind of color. And then he also has this combination with kind of the newer uniforms, which were this chocolate camo and desert type uniform that they were using during this time period. So of course, as we're going around, let me lift up the arm. What you can see is, of course, it's 3D printed. You can see the pouch on the side of his leg. And then we go to the back. What you can see is he has 2 canteens, actually. Now, I don't know how accurate this was, but I wouldn't be surprised if they actually did carry 2 canteens during this time, just because they were in the middle of the desert. And there's probably long periods of time where you would go without water. So that's probably why there's 2 canteens on this guy's back. Of course, as I said, I'm not, very up to date. I don't stay up to date on uniform combinations, or should I say the appropriate loadouts for certain types of people and certain armies and certain nations. So I don't necessarily know whether this is accurate, but I think it looks good on the figure. And then what you also can see is that little knapsack in the middle. And then of course you get the Brickmania and Lando logo on the inside of the leg. So now if you look again at the side, you can see the chocolate chip camo continuing around. And of course, the vest continues around and there's another pocket. So a lot of people might be saying, hey, why do you get this fig? If you already have the Minifig Co's Desert Storm stuff, and you already have a bunch of those, I already have 9 of them, which is essentially this fig, why would you get it? And I mean, I think that this is a fairly obvious answer, but it's for the gas mask. So I've always been a big fan, should I say, of Brickmania's 3D printing department and of their parts. I really think that they knock it out of the park oftentimes with the quality and their ability to capture real life details into minifig scale. But what you see here is, I think, possibly one of their best 3D printing models, or should I say their best 3D printing successes. This gas mask just seriously looks out of the park. I mean, you see, let's see if I can get this guy even closer and then maybe get it to focus. There we go. So as you can see, there's even the little grill in the center of the gas mask. There's the 2 places on the side where I believe it would vent air. And then actually, I don't know if it vents air through there. Don't skewer me in the comments for saying that. I really don't know what those 2 things are for. I think that's where you would attach like the air filtration system, or that's part of the air filtration system. I'm not entirely sure, but that's what I think. And then, of course, as you turn around, I think one of the best things that they did is they simulated this kind of mask texture sitting on the actual body itself, and then also on the back as well. So it actually looks like it's kind of rolled up on the minifig, which I think is like this is just an awesome detail. Like, this shows you how exquisite and how fine they're trying to up their 3D printing game, and especially for an accessory like this on a standalone minifigure. So I think what I'm going to do next is take off. Let's see if I can do it. I don't even know if I can. I'm trying to take off the... Okay, so I took off the helmet and I took off the head. And so what you can see here is that this is the actual 3D printed part. This is what it is. Let's put it down and remove the minifig. We'll put it back here. So as you can see, it's kind of almost like half a head. It's not like an entire mask, but it's just enough so that it really covers all the regions that you need that would necessarily be shown when you actually have the minifig put together. And what it comes with is a black head to kind of simulate the blackness behind the goggles, which I think works pretty well. And then of course, as you can see, so this is what it looks like with the head. And then once you put on the helmet, once again, you can see that the look is completed and he's back to as he should be. So, where would I kind of rank this in terms of Brickmania's modern minifigs? A lot of people always ask like, hey, I know you review a lot of minifigs, but you never really rank them in comparison to others from the same company. I often do comparisons between companies, but I don't do comparisons between the same company. So what I would say for this Brickmania figure is I think that it's probably the second or third best modern figure they've made. The first one is probably the Brickmania Navy SEAL, modern Navy SEAL, should I say. And then the second one, in my opinion, is probably the Battle of Mogadishu Army Ranger minifig. And so this guy, this kind of, Gulf War era US soldier, I think would have to come in third in terms of that ranking. Of course, this was an awesome figure. I apologize for not, reviewing him earlier in the month. I actually got one of the last couple that were remaining of their, final run of this minifig. So that's kind of, that's the reason that this review is coming out so late in comparison. I guess I was going to say in comparison to other people, but I actually don't know if there has been a review on YouTube of this guy yet. I think that I feel like I saw one, but I'm not entirely sure. So anyways, I apologize for being delayed, but here it is. So no longer apologizing or need to because I have finally put it out. I will be doing a Brickmania versus the Minifig Co. Video on this guy, comparing him to the most recent TMC Desert Storm figs, because I think that there are some big differences and big similarities between those two figs that are, they're really based upon similar uniforms. So it'll be a great comparison. So keep your eyes out for that. But beyond that, I really appreciate all your support lately. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the normal stuff. And I'll catch you next time, guys.